Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of Space in Between. As y'all know, we've been chanting for a while. Season two, people, season 2, episode number 3. And you know you got your boys in the space in between. Your boy Anthony, aka Dub, and I'm with my co-host.
Your boy Donovan, aka Dono. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Today, a little something different, little special. You know what I mean? We got a little guest on here today. Somebody a little different to bring a little spin to the channel. Go ahead and tell them about yourself.
Man. What's good, man? I'm Cam. I go by the name of Big Cam, B1G CAM, you know what I mean? And I'm a student at UT, you know what I mean? I make music and, I just be doing me, you know what I'm saying? Just doing me, just taking care of business, stand for that.
As simple as that, so shit, let's go ahead and talk about your music.
Talk about my music.
What type of music that you think your genre is?
What's the vibe?
Honestly, bro, it was crazy. I was thinking about this a couple days ago, man. I say about a year or so ago, I started getting caught up in like what I feel like my style should be. You know what I mean? Like what type of music do I feel like I should make? And honestly, like
everybody get that dilemma. Like what am I making it for?
Yeah, or more so like what sound. Pretty much, I was like, what sound do I need to stick with?
Right.
But the thing is, like, I kind of like listen to a lot of music. I've been listening to a lot of music all my life, and it's like it's kind of hard for me to put myself in that box. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I like to get real creative,
right.
And so I could go from a song sounding like for example, I could go from a song that might remind you of J. Cole to a song that might remind you of Roddy Ricch or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like that aptitude to be able to like.
Two different princesses.
You know what I'm saying? And like
my nigga talking about putting dick in.
So like, so pretty much like if I had to, you said my genre. Like,
yeah, if you had to pick a genre.
If I had to pick a genre, man, I don't even know. That's why I said I was thinking about this the other day.
He used to have a new term. Some niggas be saying like I'm like alternative trap. Or they be like, I'm like indie pop or some shit. Give yourself your own shit.
Man, I don't know, bro. That's the thing, like really like that's why I was stressing over it so bad because I knew how like diverse I could get with it as far as like being creative. So it was almost like, you know, I never really wanted to stress myself by you know what I'm saying?
You feel like you gave yourself like a genre, you got to stick with that one.
Yeah, and it would honestly like hinder my creativity if I feel like that, like, okay, I feel like I have to do this because I say I'm doing it. Rather than sometimes I go in, like I said, I go in feeling this way, another day I come in feeling this way. Like you might hear one song by me and I don't even sound the same. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like being able to really mix it up. So, but if I had to choose,
okay, get the nitty gritty.
If I had to choose, man. I can't. I really, bro. I don't know. Like,
all right, look. So give me. You said you listen to like a lot of music, shit like that.
I listen to a lot of music.
That being since like you was a kid, like you just grew up on different types of music. So if you had to give me 5 of the most diverse people you listen to, like a group of 5 that I'm like, how the fuck did you put them 5 together?
Like just people that I listen to.
You could give me fucking Charlie Wilson.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
There you go.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
For sure.
Drake.
Okay.
Juice WRLD.
Okay.
I'm just naming random people, by the way. This ain't no type. This ain't no order. No, it's not. I'm just naming random people. Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of one more. I'll probably hit you with some
Swift.
Let's do you. That's way out.
I'm trying to think, bro. I'm trying to hit y'all. I'm trying to really like get y'all. Really trying to show y'all.
Throw that curveball.
Dang, dog. Trying to think of a few ones. Summer Walker.
Yeah. Ooh, he said Michael Jackson, Drake,
Juice WRLD, Kendrick Lamar.
I ain't gonna lie, that's 5 different things right there.
It's all say for Michael Jackson, that's all hip hop R&B, and that's all like 4 different domains of like
so it's like it's all that same genre, but it's different styles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as far as like if we going like genre, I could give you the genre, but I can't give you the style just because it's like I don't know, like it's almost like Man, I was trying to think of an analogy, so I couldn't really think of nothing. I couldn't really think of nothing.
I mean, okay, so like, you can give me the sport, but not the position. You be like, I'm playing basketball, but I don't know if it's point guard, shooting guard,
and I say this in the most like modest way possible. Like LeBron, somebody be like, what position do you play? I'll tell you, I play small forward, but I can play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You feel me? So it's like, what position do you want to play?
Okay.
I mean, I could play. Yeah, I could play whatever you need me to play.
Well, versatile. Y'all heard it here. That boy say he versatile.
Ask him what he is, nigga gonna say musician.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie for sure. I don't like to tell people I don't like to say the word rap because it's like it put it in a box. Cause like you might have a song with it don't sound like the vibe is rap. You know what I'm saying? Like really just like create. You know what I'm saying?
Big Cam. Know what I mean? Put some respect
on
Big Cam.
Let me throw this out there. Every time we throw this name out there, people be like, "Oh, you listen to that nigga." Like, look, one dude I like really respect for just doing his own like energy, his own completely different type of style of rap is Earl Sweatshirt. Earl Sweatshirt. That nigga, like, earlier on, people say, I just did not understand it. Yeah. Some of his beats would sound like, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I never could really vibe with, but I respect his art.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I was so confused, and then I was like, all right, let me try this shit out, and let me open my mind and see what this nigga talking about. And then when I started hearing him, when he puts it together, it's really like, there's not a template, there's not a style to it. He just raps, or he just says some shit on top of like something that he feels like he feels good on that hoe. And it's like I can't put a genre to it. I guess it's like, you know, it's like whole golf wing and shit. They do their own creativity part. But he, like, you can hear 3 different songs and like I'm like, so before it'd be like the beat don't go what he's saying, or he's too fast on the song, or he's too slow on that hoe. This nigga just be putting words together and making a story out of it. So that's what I'm thinking, like, outside of styles and shit like that, there's different ways. You don't just have to get on track when you rap and then like ride with the beat, rap to the cymbals, rap to the bass. Like, you can rap, you literally can do exactly what you want. You can just talk and not rhyme a single word and you're still making a track. It's just typically not how people like listen to it.
Like, it's really your art. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever. Like, that's really like why I don't like to really go as far as the style, because it's like, why limit myself when I don't have to? You know what I'm saying? Why operate in a box that ain't there when I could?
You making that box.
You feel me? Yeah, like this is the box. You know what I'm saying?
The box is music. The box, I would still like to make music, bro. But anything inside of that, like, it's up, bro.
Make music, dog.
So you know the typical question: what made you go the music route? You know what I mean? Like, what got you into music?
That's a good question. So like I said, been listening to music since a kid. You know what I'm saying? Kind of really my brother, my older brother, and my older sister, they kind of like put me on, like, growing up. They 90s kids. Well, my sister 80s, 90s. So I was always like 90s culture type stuff, early 2000s. So it was like I was always getting fed in like B2K and stuff like that. Like, just different. I can't name no more than that. Well, like Juice, like Tupac and stuff. Just different things of the culture. And so I was just taking all that in. And then my sister who really started putting me on music. Like, she always listened to music, and so I'm just always with her, around her, listening to it. And so started writing raps for fun in like 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? Just 3rd grade, just freestyling, lunch table type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so everybody kind of knew I could rap for fun. You know what I'm saying? And then
he was that guy. That guy in the cafeteria. Somebody started.
For sure. And then in 8th grade was when I really started, when I started listening to my favorite artist, J. Cole. That's my favorite artist all the time.
Very respect.
And so when I started listening to him, I'm like, you know, I really want to do this music thing. That's when I started like writing, like just writing for real. I said I started writing raps 3rd grade for fun, but that's when I started like writing, like telling my own stories and stuff like that. Then 10th grade, I started like recording. Like, I actually got my own equipment and started recording, and just
10th grade
kind of just went from there. So like high school, 10th grade, that's when I kind of started making a name, like, you know, Cam, rapping on campus and stuff like that. Since then, I kind of just been growing, just perfecting the craft, and just really just keeping at it.
Keep it pushing. It sounds like it's been there since jump.
Yeah,
I'm saying, I listen to music all the time. And then, you know what I'm saying, when it came down, when I was 23, I just now stopped. Like, this been around since 3rd grade, bro. Like, putting the pens and papers and
crafting
something.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like, when I think of that, like right at this time, like you say, music is art. It's 100% an art. If you're going at it as a musician, you're not trying to just, chase the bag. I just want to make some shit that's hits. That's hard. That would mean, as insinuations, there's a purpose behind it. And what do you like? Say when you think of J. Cole, what's the first thing you think? Right, J. Cole's an artist. What has he done? Like, what's his persona?
Man, I don't know. It's almost like every artist got that cause. You know what I'm saying? Every artist got that thing, that reason why they doing music. You know what I'm saying? I can't really pinpoint what exactly his like cause or purpose would be, but I know he wants to tell a story to liberate people in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like people who could relate, people who he could reach, people like just like using art as a form of really like liberation, really like reaching people.
Okay. So when I think of that, when you be making music, when do you feel the most free?
When do I feel the most
free? Writing, when you got a song, you find a nice beat. Like, when do you feel like you're most in tune with Cam?
Ooh, that's a good question. Really, man?
Yeah, spill it out.
For sure. When do I feel the most free? Man, probably when I'm going through some beats and I get a beat and them like speak to my soul. But I'm talking like ooh, like it'd be like a certain melody, a certain instrument. I'm like, I got to, and then the way I know it's really resonating because lyrics just start coming out.
Right.
Like, I don't even really. Right, it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
You the type of rapper to get the beat before the lyrics, not the type of rapper that get the lyrics and then apply it to a beat once you find it.
I work better in the first way, but I can do the second way.
But you can do
like
versatility, like my man said, versatile.
Versatile. And there's been times where I'll write a verse for a song, you don't work on that, I'll bring them lyrics to another beat, or I just start thinking of some bars and then like have this free verse and be able to put it on something like that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I like to get the music first and let the vibe, follow the vibe of the music. You know what I'm saying? Follow the vibe of the
match the art. Let the words match the art.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, making music hard. You know what I mean? I tried a few times, I ain't gonna lie. My man, you tried a few times?
I tried.
You tried a few times. This shit not easy. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? Like,
trying to be too much.
You got this one song, I don't know if you like actually like put it out, but I saw it in your ground and you was like, if I was like featured with what's that song? Lloyd?
Lloyd.
I ain't gonna lie, but that hoe was hard. I listened to that hoe like 3-4 times, bitch. I ain't gonna lie. That hoe hard. If you ain't heard it, go listen to it, but tell them boys on Instagram right now.
Hey, B1G CAM.
Bro, go get that. Go get that, you know what I mean? Go listen to that song, go listen to songs he got on there. Go hit his link tree. Make sure y'all go ahead. Make sure y'all
go ahead. I'm finished. Go ahead.
Make sure y'all hit that link in his bio. You know what I mean? And go to his Spotify. My boy dude guy. He not no regular. You know what I mean? SoundCloud ass rapper. My nigga has songs, actual albums on that thing. You know what I mean? So y'all boys go tune in. You got any recent projects?
Really nah, bro.
I know you in school and everything.
Yeah, for sure. But I ain't gonna lie, that ain't even finna matter no more type stuff. Just because of like how like I was telling, I really been trying to get that momentum.
Right.
Like it you know, sometimes it take you time to get where like for example, let's say you're trying to save up. You gotta make sure it take about 3-4 weeks to get your bread in the position you want, because you gotta make sure the bills right, you gotta make sure you got the groceries in, you gotta make sure you ain't doing this, and it's like all that kind of take time to get to that position where you know, okay, I'm good. Let's maintain. You know what I'm saying? So said all that to say, any recent projects now, because I haven't been in that mentality since, you know what I'm saying, I just got to Austin in August. Like I did the first year virtually, so I was really trying to like adapt to the environment and just follow the flow, the vibe, and everything.
This is a crazy city.
Really just get used to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Really, and honestly, it was more so like I was unintentionally networking. Like I didn't come here with the purpose of networking. I just wanted to just catch the vibe and you know, sort of been doing that. But to answer your question, I ain't gonna lie, I went off a little tangent. But to answer your question, I don't really have no projects because of that. I released one single in October called Unlock, and then I performed an unreleased song at the end of October that I didn't drop until January, until about a month ago or so, but it wasn't an official drop. It was just a little YouTube upload, just because it wasn't like a real song I wanted to put out. It was just content for people, you know what I'm saying? But now, as far as projects, but we finna get active.
Yeah,
Every
so y'all boys better
hop
on it. I'm telling you, bro. Go to that boy Instagram and go click on that hoe where he tried to make the little verses for Lord. I'm telling you.
But if I was to say projects like this music, I really don't promote. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm a different person since you know what I'm saying. I've been growing as an individual since I made this music. But the last project I have put out was called All or Nothing, and that was like pretty much like the mindset that I'm going into now. Like as far as getting balanced, like that was where I was at when I made that project. Cause I made it. I was taking 15 hours. I was working at Academy. I was in a relationship. I was doing studio sessions, like letting people come through, like recording my crib, mix it, do that for them. And then I was making my own project. You know what I'm saying? So it was. I ain't gonna lie. It was like
that nigga. He grabbed his Duffy and put it on his back, and he was like, "Nigga, let's get to it, then."
But look, that's like. If you go listen to that project, that's like the whole theme of it. It's called All or Nothing, right? So it's like if you want something, you gotta get your all into it, or you're not gonna get nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
And so that was my mentality, and like I put that mug out after the semester ended. And so for anybody who want to tap in, they can go tap into that mug. It's good music. You know what I'm saying?
Foundational shit.
Good music.
Y'all definitely go do that. You know what I'm saying? Run them numbers up. You know what I mean? Well, this next question I got, you know what I mean? There's some genuine question we've been keeping thrown at. I ain't gonna say no professor name or something like that. You know what I mean? But we gonna keep it G of this bitch. But how do you feel about older cats, as in like old heads and shit like that? You know, how you feel about when they be telling us young niggas like our music trash, like, you know what I mean? Like, we need to stop listening to it. We need to stop making music that produce the content that it does, you know, as a musician yourself. Like, how does, like, hearing stuff like that make you feel?
Honestly, dog, like, as a musician, when it comes to, like, I'm gonna speak like for myself first, then I'm gonna speak as a musician first, then as an individual. But as like a musician myself first, it's like I already know why I'm doing music, what I'm doing it for, what I want out of it. So them saying that as far as like we need to stop doing it, blah, 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 never really pierce. Plus it's like, you know, now that I'm making music, I'm making now that won't even be in the category of what they speak about. You know what I'm saying? So that to say, but as far as like them like saying we shouldn't be listening to it and stuff like that. Hold up. Yeah. I don't know who that is. But nah, as far as like them saying like we shouldn't be listening to it or anything like that, I feel like that's an attempt for them to kind of influence us to go in a more productive and fruitful direction. And I feel like that type of like narrative, like this music is doing that to that. It's like kind of like was y'all there when D1 was in what's the name class? Yeah. Like kind of like how they was talking about like the certain music you listen to. I do agree, like, and it's crazy because I was even this keep coming up. I was watching this video the other day and it was talking about how like music got access to you without your consent. So it's like music get access to you without your consent.
For
so
sure.
like some things you listen to, and it was like you even become what you listen to. And it I'm living witness because I ain't gonna lie. Like before I am who I am today. Like when I like pretty much like on the All or Nothing album and anything before that, I was like heavily influenced by a lot of the stuff I was listening to. Like man, you catch me like. Little Baby, Young Boy, you know what I'm saying? You already know how I know, like, you know what I'm saying? You know that dopamine that you get from listening to certain songs. Oh yeah. But yeah, like pretty much. So it's like, and then plus music is energy. Music is like music give off a frequency and stuff like that. So when you taking all of these things in, it's like you gotta. It's a certain amount of wisdom you gotta have when you listening to the music you listen to. Like being conscious of how it affect you. You know what I'm saying? Like man, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, pretty much. So like when they saying that and like how does it affect? I wouldn't say I agree with it all the way, like as in like on some absolutely stop listening to what you listen to, but be mindful of what you listening to.
Agree,
you know
disagree.
Right.
Yeah, like be mindful of what you listen to and take that baby step, take those baby steps to get to a position where you're not feeding yourself anything that's gonna be destructive for you. You know what I'm saying? Cause like if you listening to YoungBoy every day, then you not really, you know what I'm saying? But if you know how to balance it, and you could you know like how I used to do, you could probably wake up, listen to Michael Jackson, and listen to YoungBoy, then go back and listen to J. Cole. Not saying that you know that's the ideal thing to do, but like if you know how to not let the music control you and influence you, you know what I'm saying? Then
that's a tough battle though. That's a tough battle.
It is definitely a tough battle because sometimes. Why would you go from listening to Michael Jackson to YoungBoy? You probably just go, you know what I'm saying? You probably gonna keep the vibe all the way.
For the day,
all the way, you know what I'm saying? For
Cause
sure.
I ain't gonna lie, I wake up some days, I really be on my like, you know what I'm saying, my little, I'm that nigga, you know what I mean? Head honcho shit, like, you know what I mean? I be listening to all that.
Hey, I'm not gonna
money bag, all that shit. And then some days I wake up, nigga be a little sad, you know what I mean? I got some songs to be a little sad, you know what I mean? It be a gloomy day outside, be like, oh yeah, it's one of those days, for sure. You know what I mean? So I 100% agree with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch how your music take over you without your consent. You feel me? Cause that shit would literally change your mood.
Right.
At the point, like the other day. You know what I mean? We chilling, we did this little event, you know what I mean, having a great time, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like, at the event, like, you know, they playing their own music through the speakers, you feel me? And certain songs start coming on, and I went from having fun to just not want to do shit. You know what I mean? We was at Top Golf.
Top Golf.
Yeah.
Fucking Top Golf.
Yeah. We at Top Golf having a great time. It's my first time at Top Golf.
Was it
I
like
ain't never golfed before. You know
it was like
what
a song that brought up a bad memory or something?
Nah, it's just about the
vibe.
It took no consent. You know what I mean? I was like having a good time. Then I just heard the lyrics, the vibes of the song, the beat. You know what I mean? It literally like drug me down. Like, I was like,
and one thing in this, bro, it's crazy. I even asked me this. It was this dude I took a class with, and I literally just chopped it up with him before I even got to the library, and we started talking about like how like music is energy, like pretty much was on that, and I was like, dog, if you really think about it, because music is energy, you listening to music is almost like you being around the people that you the music that you listening to. Literally like if I'm listening to YoungBoy, what's the difference between me listening to YoungBoy all day long and being in the same room hanging out with him? That's energy. You know what I'm saying? Like we're literally, I'm letting you influence me by being around you, by letting you into me. And so it's like, if you wouldn't even hang around these people in real life, then,
come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
this is hard shit.
Come on,
because when I'm thinking of it, like energy the same way, like your people when it's like non-consent, it's your atmosphere, it's your environment.
It's the energy.
It's like the air you breathe. Like you don't get, if there's poison in the air, you don't got no choice but to breathe that shit in there, bro. And you can't be inside of a poisonous atmosphere and just hold your breath. Because one, you're either gonna die like that, or two, you're gonna open your mouth and you're gonna inhale the poison. The only good way to get outside the atmosphere is to get outside the atmosphere and find something that got some good air to it.
I be trying to tell you, not trying to tell you because I don't really talk to you. You know? But like, you feel me? Like these college dudes or girls, if that's what they doing too. You know what I mean? They need to really wrap their minds around shit like that. Like he said, like nigga, if you wouldn't even do these things or hang with these people in real life, why you listening to it? Why you listening to gang banging and thugging and going to jail, killing, calling females out their name when you live in a 3-story house in the suburbs, married parents, loving family? Like, bro, you came from like good things. You know what I mean? Like you ain't never seen you, bro. When I first got here, bro, and I like. You know, like, when I come from, like, it look rough, you know what I mean? So, like, niggas, like, die all the time, you feel me? So, like, when a nigga die, like, it's like, okay, that's just another funeral we gotta go to.
Yeah.
Like, it got to a point where nigga don't wanna dress up for a funeral no more. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Jeans and shirt, you know what I mean? But it's some people here that ain't never lost nobody in their life. They went their whole life all the way up to college without having a death that they had to deal with. And I just thought that was just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, I done been to I can't even count how many funerals I done been to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And there's some people that's just blessed enough to haven't even been to one funeral yet. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
guilty as charged.
you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's crazy how y'all boys really like listen to this shit and like change y'all life when y'all get to college. You feel me? Like you really living like that. Like you feel me? Like, come on, bro. I'm from it and I don't live like that. You know what I mean?
If you really know what it's like, you're not trying to spread. You're not trying to replicate that. You feel me? Like, bro, that's not.
I know that shit.
That's not something you celebrate. That's not something you spread. Cause that's something that nobody should go through. You know what I mean?
And this the funny part because it's all the fantasy to them. It's all just an illusion of feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I was one of them. Where I come from, it's not like pretty or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like let me see. Well, I was finna tell y'all where it's from. It ain't like y'all know where I'm from or nothing like that. But it's like, you know, it have been things that's like been happening in the neighborhood, but God blessed me to be in a part of the neighborhood where
you don't have to happen to you.
It wasn't like that. Like they had stuff going around. Like it's always stuff like happening going around. But we was always, you know what I'm saying? We was always green. So I was a witness, but I was never
affiliated.
You feel me? So it's like I knew what it was. So in my head, I already knew how everything go, but I was never in that. So like when I started getting influenced by people I'm in school, it's like, you know, even though I see this and stuff like that, even though I'm able to witness these things, and I started listening to the music, I had to get to a point where it's like, dog, it's not even me. Because like just because I seen it don't mean that I am it. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people who haven't even really seen it and not even it will act like they are. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that ain't really.
You don't have to inherit that identity. There's no need to become there's a difference between hearing some shit and having it seep into your character and having it seep into you if you listen to it too much. Like we said, it's without your consent. And it is when you willingly listen to young boys, so then you can get some more information about how it is to be hang banging, and you start talking like this nigga, and you start whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
Oh, that influence.
That influence, and you're intentionally letting that shit inside of you because you feel like that's the good thing. That's the positive thing. Niggas going hard.
Like, bro, when I was really on that type of time, like, you know, listening to it, like, soaking in, really, like, addicted to the influence, addicted to the way it made me feel. Because I want to feel like that. I want to be like that. So I'm going to listen to it so it can make me feel like that. That was literally, that's the mentality. You know what I'm saying? That it ain't nowhere around it. I like the way this makes me feel like I am that nigga. Right. Even though deep down I might not feel like that nigga. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like, you do that, but, and then I'm gonna just say this, but it might say this, go a little deep, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I know for me, it was a point of insecurity. I was insecure about myself, so I used to listen and engage in things that made me feel like I was almost like a music. I ain't gonna lie, music was literally like my drug. You know what I'm saying? So it's like music was like my drug. You know, it's like really if you don't need, like I said, music is energy. And if you think about it, music is a drug, and to a certain extent, depending on how you engage with it, how you activate it. You know what I'm saying? And it was my drug, and I used to use it to like activate a facade. You know what I'm saying? Like listen to it made me feel like a way that I wasn't.
See, like when I'm
hearing
it
becomes bad. You know what I mean?
When I'm hearing like drugs all the time and shit like that, people will phrase it in a lot of ways. And there is a lot of negative parts that can come from music and how it being energy and all type of shit like that. It's not inherently bad. Drugs themselves are not inherently bad. They've been created to heal us. They've been created to do good things for us. This whole thing is like, when I'm understanding it, is anything is bad outside of moderation. Water is you're supposed to drink water. You can die from drinking too much water. You can literally die with hypertonic or some shit like that. You can die from drinking anything. Too much of anything is bad for you. And I'd say just listening to music, bad music, that shit's gonna seep into your soul, seep into your spirit, and it's gonna lead you the wrong way if you listen to too much of the wrong shit. We're not saying you turn on one Young Boy song, that's it, it's rap. The rest of your day, fuck that.
Yeah, nah. Cause they like before, I don't even listen to these rappers no more. But before I even walked in, I was checking out this Lil Durk song. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to listen to him heavy, but I don't really be tapped in with him like that. But like I was listening to it, I'm like, oh, for sure, this mother straight. But you know what I'm saying? Like you say, that one song not gonna do it to you because I was mindful of what it could do. You know what I'm saying? Like before that, I listened to a Young Boy song every time. And it's crazy because I was like a Young Boy head. Dog. I'm telling you, like. I probably went a whole week straight Young Boy. Like it wasn't no other. It wasn't no. Me too. I went to my Young Boy phase. It wasn't no other artist I had playing on my phone. I went from his oldest album and I just played it through. I used to do DoorDash delivery. So I'm talking whole day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But said all that to say what I was saying, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot.
You was talking about basically like older rappers you used to listen to, and like how you used to be like listen to Lil Durk, that shit would be real cool and shit like that. You used to listen to Young Boy, now the spaces you was in.
Oh yeah, I was saying because I used to listen to Young Boy like that. Whenever I listen to a new Young Boy song now, I'm super cautious of like what I'm about to get myself to because I knew how the music could affect me. Like I ain't like Young Boy used to make a nigga feel like I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like
come on now.
You're aware of it now, like, and I even think
you gotta really just be conscious of things that really
what's around you. Like I said, that is entirely like if you understand that, like we said, that people around you is, I think it's probably one of the most influential, impactful things. Your inner circle is probably like 75% reflective of who you are and shit like that. What they do typically is extended onto what you do. So like being aware of these things and knowing what they do to you is just it's like the first step. And when I'm thinking about like the music we listen to and the shit we're attracted to at the same time, we are attracted to these certain types of energy. When you start to see yourself grow, you start to see yourself in different spaces in life, you start to change what type of music you like to listen to.
Bro.
Like I used to listen to a whole bunch of type of SoundCloud rap, but I used to be heavy on like Cardi and shit that. I mean, he's still cool. I still like the music and energy and shit like that. I listen to it on my time and shit, but my whole music, like what I'm like more and more interested into, has just kind of shifted from that because that's not the space I'm in. That's why I've grown. Niggas I was like fucking Bodie James, like Alchemist, like a bunch of different types of like style of music on some more conscious shit. Cause I just heard that's just where I am. That shit feels more right for me than when I listen to music like that. Different time. That's like saying energy changes. Energy is always in flow. Energy is always in motion. Shit's never changing. Now you can sit there and let that shit pass through you, and you can feel everything passing you up, or you can flow right with it. And once you've flown with it, it's like a stream. And that's when you say go with the flow. That's literally going with the flow. Letting yourself change with the energy around you.
I feel like it's a major part of it is knowing who you are, knowing yourself. Like
that's the center.
Like kind of like how I said in Insecurity, I was insecure. I didn't really know myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I was secure in my identity, so I was letting music influence me to be somebody that I wasn't. But it's like now that I know who I am, and you know what I'm saying, like I'm secure in who I am, it's like I know what I should, what I shouldn't listen to. I know what I feel right listening to, and it's like, you know, it's more so like when it comes to if I could circle it back around, more so like when they telling these young people to do that and stop listening to this music, it's more so like they should go to the root of helping people develop as their own individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like really like embrace who you are, where you're from, what you're here for, what's your purpose, and that all of that will influence what you do and what you engage with. You know what I'm saying? But if you just attacking about the music, it's like you can change the music, but if you still the same person, it's not gonna be too long till you run back.
I'm being saying like the analogy I'm thinking of, the best way to put it is these are branches to the tree.
Yeah,
the
bro.
Branch off the tree of insecurity and not knowing who you are is listening to the wrong type of music.
Yeah.
Once you fix it, you can plant your tree and start building and sowing on that, bro. That's when you can start understanding that these are branches. You can cut a branch off and the tree still survives. Now, if you cut the tree, if you cut who I am and my values and who I see myself as, that's when you take me. That's when you take my identity. But if I realize that this branch is not me and it's just a branch on my shit, another one gonna grow right where it was. It's a tree. You're gonna keep watering that tree. These are not a part of your things. We have to focus on The root cause, another branch of that
Root
could
cause,
be
bro.
the branch
Root
could be your
cause.
people around you. Another branch could be your passion, your desire. Another branch could be your past and your experiences and shit like that. But the root cause, your anchor in that stream of energy, is you and who you see yourself
So you
as.
see yourself.
That is
It's all about you. I'm telling you, it's all about you, dog.
Hey man, we're gonna go ahead and close it out, you know what I mean? For another episode with the space in between. You know, we got that boy Cam, Big Cam, you know what I mean? Shout out to that boy, appreciate you for coming through. You know what I mean? Y'all boys, remember, if you gonna get anything from this, bro, fix yourself. You know what I mean? Music is a drug, and it will take advantage of you if you don't take care of your own self first. You know what I mean?
Get to the root, bro. Keep digging and digging until you find them roots.
Words from that boy Count, Big Count. Once again, go get that boy music, you know what I mean? Tell them boys your at one more time.
At B1G.CAM.
Come on,
So,
y'all boys gonna tap in, y'all do that, you know what I mean? And we out for another episode.
All right.
One love, man. One love.